Here's the thing, I am well aware that it is summer, end of summer, that type of vibe, and I know that it is warm outside, but mentally I am in fall. These are the 5 things that I am most excited to wear this fall. Hi loves, I wanted to welcome you back to my channel and back to yet another video. If you're new here, then my name is Khalesia, but the girls call me Lee. And I make videos on fashion, travel, natural hair, and beauty. So if that's your vibe, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. We, as in you and I, we need to get ready for fall. Now, I don't want it to limit it to fall as in like I can't put them on now. However, I do feel like all of these pieces are a little bit more fall leaning, or just the way that I have them styled in my mind visually is more fall leaning, because that's where I want to be. I'm ready for it to cool down a little bit, you know? So coming in at number 1, and the piece that I'm likely the most excited about is a bag. Now, I know before you see this bag, you're gonna say, girl, you typically are a mini bag girly, and I am. However, I'm switching sides. I'm shady. I'm like that, you know? One minute I'm hot, one minute I'm cold. You can consider me like a Sour Patch Kid. And the fact of the matter is I have the right to change my mind. I have heavily been leaning towards bigger bags, and I have likely the best shopper bag of 2025, dare I say. This is the MCM Leni Shopper.
This video is sponsored by MCM.
She's a beauty, and I got this in the color blue. This is their classic canvas, but the trim of it is natural nappa leather. This particular bag features 2 snap closed pockets, and they are deep. These are very spacious pockets. I prefer front pockets on bags that are easily accessible, but also like safe and secure, not just like loose open pockets, so that I can store my valuables, but things that I also need to easily access, like your keys, your phone, your wallet, your passport, because this will make a great travel bag. You know, your charger, your lip gloss, your sanitary items, your light if you're creating content, things like that that you just want to boom, boom, boom. You don't want to have to dig in a bag for this. You can also secure the bag at the top. And a lot of times when you have shoppers, they're just open bags all willy-nilly. This is a secure clasp because it hooks and it's not coming off unless somebody takes it off. You know, so I feel like the security is there. Although this can be worn as a floppy shopper bag, the bottom of it is structured. And to me, that's key, because you can stuff whatever you want in it without it like folding or collapsing on you, and you have that extra space. This can be worn over the shoulder and it literally fits perfectly. It just sits, it lays. Or you can fold it over, y'all. I saw this and I thought that was so cute. If it's heavy, then obviously this wouldn't be the best option, but this would be. And it almost turns into like this oversized clutch, and you're gonna see that in the styling portion, because I definitely style it up and down. This is like the ideal everyday bag. It comes in cognac, blue, and a black. Blue somewhat reminds me of like denim, so it's still a neutral, very versatile. The inside has a cotton lining. You can fit your laptop in here, your everyday essentials. This could be a work bag, a school bag, a travel bag, especially, you know, for your personal item or like your carry-on item. It really just depends on the airlines and the rules of said airlines, but this would be a personal item for me. Okay, if it can fit under your seat, it's a personal item. And if you just fold these handles over, it can fit under that seat. This is like your everyday, all the time, anytime bag, and I can prove it with the way that I styled it. So let's actually talk about how I styled this bag. We're just gonna start off with 3 ways. Coming in at number 1 is going to be your Canadian tuxedo. That is heavily trending for fall. Did I mention that? Did I tell you that we're also gonna get into some fall 2025 fashion trends? And I think that this would be the perfect kind of like breakup of the blue. What a Canadian tuxedo is denim on denim, basically. Denim top, denim bottoms, however you wanna, you know, mix, match it, switch it. And I decided to go with this more fall leaning denim on denim look with some tabbies, just to kind of break up the blue, because everything is blue. And then I feel like this outfit, it's casual, but obviously you could wear it, you know, to someplace nice. Look 2, I just had this idea of like, let's dress it up. what would this look like if I were to actually dress it up? And I think that it looks phenomenal. So I wore it with this tube top maxi fitted dress and some brown boots. The dress is already somewhat of a moment, but I think that the bag takes it over the top because it's so unexpected but yet very, very practical. You would not think to pair your shopper bag with this particular dress. However, looking at it, this is my favorite because I think that it's interesting, and although the bag is practical and versatile, it still gives you fashion. And then the final way is another fall trend, and it is the preppy style. And so I wanted to pair it actually with this look that I have on. Yes, this look is preppy, but it has a little bit of edge, it has some funk, it has some extraness, because even though I'm wearing a white button down and a pleated skirt, the skirt is asymmetrical and the button down has its own little, you know, zhuzh going on here. I paired it with a bunch of gold jewelry to edge it up and some loafers. And adding this is like another pop. So when people look at me from head to toe, it's just like drip. Speaking of that Canadian tuxedo, and also what's trending for fall is denim maxi skirts. Midi skirts, pencil skirts, skirts in general, but specifically maxi and midi skirts, and also denim. Now, here's the thing. I ended up finding a cousin to the Y Project skirts, and your girl has already shared it on TikTok, but I am going to share it here. She is stunning and super affordable because I'm going to give you some affordable fashion no matter what. But I am really, really excited to wear this particular skirt for fall. I just wore it the other day and it smells so good. Like, I'm intrigued at how good I smell. So I know that if this skirt still smells good like this, it smelled good when I wore it even better. Delicioso. But anyways, I do have plans on purchasing that particular skirt in the 2 additional colors that it comes in, which is a brown and like this faded kind of like acid washy black, and this one is the dark denim. It's also going to pair really well with my Leni Shopper, but I did not have the 2 of them when I originally wore this, if that makes sense. But I'm super excited to wear this one because I am a short girly, and this one has like that split. It gives me, you know, like that leg and that sex appeal, but more so for fall because I want to style it with boots and knits. I just have this vision of like thigh-high, knee-high boots, things like that. I even think that it would look really, really good with tights in the fall, but I just have to, this 90-degree weather that I'm getting is not gonna work with this. Denim skirts that just have like a different shape to them. Something that's a little bit more interesting, not like your straight skirts, but something with a little edge, with a little, it's trending, and I'm most excited to wear it in fall with a pair of boots. Another fall fashion 2025 trend is exaggerated silhouettes. So like exaggerated waist, exaggerated shoulders. I am so excited to bring back out my Loewe belts. They fit the exaggerated trend to the T. The shoulder pads, I wear those year round. I'm a shoulder pad girly. I love a good, you know, boxy shoulder. I just think that it's something intriguing about it. I don't know, it just does something to me. But in an effort to like not have to purchase a lot of things for fall, I just want to be able to shop my closet and rewear things and reinvent them. But to fit this trend of the exaggerated waist, and also belting is a trend for fall, so I just feel like my Loewe belts just work perfectly, and I have not worn them in a while, so it's time to breathe new life into them. It's time for the world to see them again. This one is the denim one. Now, the unfortunate thing about this one is that this one has no stretch, and you cannot adjust the waist. So the waist is as it is. And this is a size medium. I think that this is right at like a 27. This on my waist is like pinching my soul. It's like a corset. It is very difficult to get on, and it is very difficult to button. So I'm gonna have to somehow rig this in a way to where I can wear this and be comfortable with it. So we're gonna figure something out. If you have any suggestions, please let me know, because I don't want to do any major alterations to it. However, I'm not against it. My initial thought was to, there's buttons on one side, holes on the other side, is to possibly find a matching denim where I can make a string like this one to be able to tie it through. I don't know how that's gonna work out, so you know, just Let me know your thoughts. Here, this one, let's talk about the brown one because I'm styling the brown one for sure. This one, you have versatility in this one because it comes with a tie, so I can adjust it. So as my waist changes and alters, so can this belt. Oh, it even looks good with this, like the color combos, and I think this is going to be perfect for fall as well, and it will allow me to get like that exaggerated waist without purchasing anything new because I can just put this on top of any type of pants that I want to wear, or even like dresses and things like that, and boom, I can cinch my waist in but also give me that exaggerated look because it has like that peplum vibe. Or I could even wear it tied in the front. I can't wait to bring these babies back out, you know, go see what you have in your closet that could give you that exaggerated feel, because me and you, we're excited to wear exaggerated styles, exaggerated silhouettes for the fall. Next up on the list, which is also another fall fashion trend, is plaid. Yes, plaid has been trending. It was actually a spring summer fashion trend, but to me plaid is just a little bit harder to wear during those seasons without purchasing more plaid products, because the plaid that I have, it is heavy, especially like brown plaid. I have quite a few pieces in that plaid, and I knew that this was going to be major for me because last fall / winter I wore my plaid pieces very often. I had to stop myself from putting on that plaid brown t-shirt. It just seemed like it went so well, so seamlessly with all of my outfits. It was just like a staple. It became a staple in my wardrobe. So now I'm venturing out into more plaid and very excited to wear it this particular fall season because I know that it's going to be easy for me to style, but also having it being a trend makes it readily accessible and available, and that will give me a little bit more opportunities to play with it. I'm also considering doing like plaid on plaid because I think that that's just a really interesting play on mixing prints, even though it's the same prints, but maybe doing like different colors, like different tones of blue, or even mixing in stripes with the plaid and seeing how that goes for like a very dynamic outfit. The only way that I can play is if the heat goes away. So needless to say, I will hold in all of my excitement and all of my ideas for fall. Next up, and the last like fall 2025 thing that I am excited to wear, it's like a double whammy. So for one, I want to put it out there that brown is the new black. Brown is the new black. I know you've seen a lot of brown in this video. It's because I'm so excited to wear brown. I cannot wait to incorporate so much brown in my wardrobe. We're talking about brown on brown outfits. It doesn't even have to be the same color brown, the same shade of brown, the same tone of brown, just all brown. I want to look like a decadent chocolate drop. You know, from the skin to the clothes, I just want to be brown down. Okay, very excited. And brown is going to be a huge trend. You're going to see so much more brown. Obviously, we can never get rid of black because black is that girl. Black is everything. But brown is going to be heavily trending this season, and I love it because it's my true nude. And it's something that's so sexy but so elevated, and yet still a little unexpected about wearing all brown. But I also want to incorporate more cardigans. Like, I love a good cardigan, and I own so many cardigans, but I just don't wear them as often, and I'm not really sure why. But the cardigans that come to mind initially are from Urban Revival. I've only maybe had these for about 2 years or so, and they did just recently kind of re-release their classic cardigan style, and I feel like they upgraded it. And so the upgraded version of the cardigan, chef's kiss. The fit is better. I feel like the fabric is a little bit better. I love that they added a collar because I like a good collar. They still have that same detailing at the waist, and they alternated the ribbing so that the cardigan looks a little bit different. Now, the one that I currently own right now is butter yellow, which is another huge trend, and butter yellow looks amazing on my skin. So I actually styled it as like a transitional piece into fall. So basically you're taking some of your summer pieces and you're just merging them on over to make them more fall appropriate. So I put on this yellow bubble dress, very summer spring type of dress but I'm gonna be wearing it in the fall. I'm just gonna add this cardigan on top of it, and I think that it looks cute. And guess what? It works well with the Leni Shopper, because you see I put it on together. So you have options, and I also think that adding the cardigan to that dress kind of dials it back and makes it a little bit more everyday wearable, because that dress is very dressy. So as a recap, the things that I'm most excited to wear this fall 2025 is my MCM Leni Shopper, denim on denim, or just like denim skirts, interesting denim skirts, plaid, exaggerated silhouettes, specifically the Loewe Bell cardigans, and of course the color brown. I'm gonna leave everything linked in the description bar. You know I got you, so make sure that you check that out. I wanted to thank MCM again for sponsoring a portion of today's video, and I know you're going to love the MCM Leni Shopper just like I do, so just be prepared to see me out and about with my new bag. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!